What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. Hey, like and subscribe. Hey, we popping a little bit. I've been thanking y'all for the likes, bro. Y'all support me so much to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know I ain't nowhere crazy right now, but the fact I even got this far already in the only the past week, I love y'all. Kick Wagmo. How French Montana became the biggest joke in hip hop. Let's get into
Montana
it.
is often viewed as one of the
Let's
biggest
get into
jokes
it.
in hip-hop. How did he put himself in this position? Well, his actions range from having
I know he had that little problem with Drake. I don't know if Drake ended careers like that, but
an inflated
know
ego
that.
to being exposed for some shady business tactics. However, the first time he began getting clowned by the internet began when he just so happened to release one of the biggest hits of his career.
Unforgettable. You are unforgettable. It's
After his
unforgettable.
album Excuse My French did not perform as good as he thought it would, French went back to his mixtape grind for 4 years before finally returning with 2017's Jungle Rules. This time, he managed to nudge himself up to the #3 spot on the charts.
Hey, you might be whatever the fuck they finna say you are in this video, but you made a hit, buddy, and
And land his biggest
I can
ever
appreciate you
single
for that.
with the release of Unforgettable featuring CYDlogan. But in typical French fashion, the producer One Mine later revealed that the single was actually meant for Drake's Views album before it found its way to him. And a common theme that you're gonna notice throughout this video is that French has this weird tendency to overstate how important he is to a track, which is exactly what led to his conflict with CYDlogan after French said this during an interview.
One of the best A&R here.
Okay, before he even says it, we're gonna say CYDlogan definitely carried. You know what I'm saying? You were a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You had your hand, but CYDlogan was that dude on that track.
Do you think Unforgettable came to me like that before it went out? It was nothing like that before it went out. It didn't have no structure. I had to sit there like a scientist and put it together.
After claiming he was basically the one who made that song,
CYDlogan
it
said
prompted a response from Sway on Instagram, simply reading,
That nigga said,
"If you haven't
"Cow."
heard the song, just know that basically everyone likes it for Sway's part only." And even after Sway's comment, French still tried to act like he was the most crucial component to the song.
I love CYDlogan. No problem with him. He never did nothing to me, actually. All I was saying, my brother, was if you have the original version, and I put my verse on it in a certain place, that means I structured the song, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying wrong.
He took it as if you were trying to take credit for the record. Like it was.
So you said you structured it. I can see what he means by putting it. I can see what he means. Okay, I can see what he means.
Every show I did, he's there with me.
As expected, people didn't accept this whatsoever and thought the idea that French was
Nobody listens to a song because French is a part of it, Lamau. I've heard of anybody say, play that new French. Wait. Name 5 French Montana songs right now, go. You failed. Go ahead, like and subscribe because you failed.
selling point of anything was laughable. Nobody listens to a song because French is a part of it. I've never heard anybody say play that new French. To be honest, the song is more like CYDlogan featuring French Montana. Although he technically was at the peak of his career at that point, French somehow continued to keep taking L after L. For starters, he was infamously photoshopped out of the Three Kings picture with Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Nas by his own label boss, Diddy. After the fact, Puff acted like he didn't even know what happened.
Diddy's your label guy? Diddy's the... Oh, no. It's over with. Bro's got Diddy.
You know,
bro, we know what went down, bro.
A lot of different celebrities because we're just all family and stuff. And sometimes my photography editor, he doesn't let me know when he's like taking people out.
No, editing Three Kings.
I just found out about great friends. There were people that were taken away that didn't deserve to be taken away. I had nothing to do with it. My friends have taken away, taking people out of the pictures. I just found out about this. There were people that were taken away that didn't deserve to be taken away. I had nothing to do with it. My friends haven't been talking to me for like 2 weeks.
But people already got the message. Whether or not French ever...
You getting edited out of your own goddamn picture is fucking insane. And Diddy is over here lying that ass, Diddy. We know you did it. We know you did it, Diddy. You did it, Diddy. We know. Sorry, guys. Diddy just be getting me mad sometimes. I don't know why. The hell? So you said you structured it. I can see what he means by putting it. I can see what he means. Okay, I can let him. I can see what he means.
Every show I did, he's there with me.
As expected, people didn't accept this whatsoever and thought the idea that French was
nobody listens to a song because French.
Take credit.
Wait.
Take credit for the record
of anybody say play that new French. I'm mad as fuck. I didn't even get my clip, bro. Fuck.
Really let him feel.
Hey, y'all skip all that. It's already too late because I said skip all of that. But skip
way
all
about
that.
It is unclear. But this wouldn't be the only time that interacting with
I gotta
Kendrick
get clips
Lamar
myself,
would
boys.
make him a laughing
We might have some pauses
In fact,
here and there.
it could be argued that the next time was the turning point, where clowning French Montana became a norm in the hip-hop community, as he started dissing K-Dot for the dumbest reason. It all started when French had a chat with Complex.
Nigga, you started dissing Kendrick Lamar, bro. Come on, bro. We got the goats beefing with this nigga and they struggling a bit. You're French Montana. I think I only know you because other people just mention you. I don't think I know you for a song other than Unforgettable.
In fact,
I think I only know you
on
for
April
Unforgettable.
18th, 2020. During that
Other than that,
conversation,
you're forgettable,
French
buddy.
claimed that he could outshine Kendrick in a versus battle, following a question about who he could face off against.
K-Dot? Kendrick? The Giant Slayer? And the mouse is saying that he can. Oh my
After his
God.
viral hit battle with Tory
Sad.
Lanez.
Honestly, I could go against anybody.
Tripping.
Yeah, honestly, you could put somebody like
Tripping.
Kendrick Lamar next to me on the same stage in the festival. I might outshine him, not because I'm a better rapper. It's just I got more.
This led to a firestorm amongst hip-hop fans.
French is doesn't let me know when not have more hit
Three
records.
Kings,
I just
the
found
great
out about
great
this.
friend.
The
There were
Billboard
people that were
entries is not
taken
the only
away
thing
that
that qualifies.
let me know when he's
There's
like.
tons of hit records that
doesn't
never
let
made
me
it to
know when
Billboard,
he's like
that weren't number one on Billboard. That is some of the biggest influential music of our life.
And instead of simply taking back what he said, French would double down, tweeting, "If we talking about anthems, me versus Kendrick hit for hit, I believe I can go."
This nigga made Unforgettable.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going
I've been
on?
making hits for a long time. I love Kendrick. That's
My
not
bad,
just for
guys. Holy
Kendrick, that's to
shit.
anybody
I'm
they
L.
put in
I'm an
front
L
of me.
fucking- I'm
And
an L.
again, the
Goddamn
internet
LE.
and other rappers in the industry flat out couldn't believe what they were hearing.
Stupid. He said he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Fool. The man said he got more hits than me and Kendrick.
Diddy, we know you did it. We know you did it, Diddy. You did it, Diddy. We know.
Photography editor. He
Diddy did it.
doesn't let me know when he's like taking people out.
Diddy did it. Sorry, boys. I had to get that clip.
Bro, yo, Jake, more hits than no motherfucker Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You smoke hard. Why you tripping? You on real dope.
As for the fans, they thought it was utterly laughable, and that French owed more of his career to networking than anything he did on the mic. If French Montana didn't have features,
So he
wouldn't have a
argued with
career.
Kendrick and his fucking career absolutely crumbled.
This led French going on a tirade of posts trying to prove his point.
I feel like I got more hits, and I wouldn't have said unless I did my homework. I never said I was a better artist than Kendrick. We was just talking songs. People just went out of line with it. I made it out of Africa. Then I came to the Mecca of
I made it
hip-hop
out
in
of
New York,
Africa.
and made it out of New York.
Some Africa
As
nice
one
though.
of the top artists from New York till now. If I didn't have this attitude, I would have never made it nowhere. Like, I believe I'm this shit.
Still, to say he got completely clowned would be an understatement.
But you know what else is unnecessary? French Montana's catalog. Because I say Pop That is one of his best songs ever, but it literally relies on the feature from a Drake, from a Wayne, from a Rick Ross. But Kendrick has literally had 48 songs make it onto the Billboard Hot 100. French Montana has had 17. His last most successful hit,
How many were features?
I believe, was the Unforgettable joint with Sway Lee, which is ironic because French Montana's performance on that track was pretty forgettable.
And although there were some people who backed up what he was saying, it was clear that for French, this was perhaps the worst thing he could have said. And rather than being a statement he made
Like and subscribe, kick Wagmo, drop a follow.
at the top of his game, it actually came just months after he was caught for faking streams on his songs. songs. In an in-depth thread on Twitter, one user revealed that many people had complained about finding French's 2020 single, Writing on the Wall, with Post Malone and Cardi B on their Spotify account without their consent. The song was released on September 27th, 2019, and it wasn't very successful despite having 2 popular rappers featured in it. It charted for 5 weeks. This is where it gets weird. Apparently the reason it's charting again is because it's currently popular on TikTok. Then why is it only rising on Spotify? The difference between Spotify and Apple Music is astounding. 21 on Spotify, 1,192 on Apple. Rather than respond to the allegations without any facts to dispel the rumors, French just got in his feelings about it. In fact, he jumped on a fan theory that 50 Cent was to blame for the rumors, as the two had a long-standing feud at the time.
God damn, 50! Why is it every time I cover some damn rap beef, nigga, you right in the middle of this shit? We covering Diddy, you in the middle. Meek, you in the middle. Nigga, who else, big? God damn, there was like 3 other goddamn rappers I didn't cover where you are in the middle of the beef. How are you? I respect it, bro. I respect it. I gotta respect it, bro. 50, you know what I'm saying? You stand on business, brother. You SOB. You SOB. All right, let's get this clip out of the way real quick.
Number 1 on Billboard. That is some of the biggest influential.
Pull down, tweeting. If we talking about anthems, me versus Kendrick hit for hit, I believe I can go.
This nigga made Unforgettable. What the fuck is going
I've been
on?
making hits for a long time. I love Kendrick. That's not.
Hey, y'all skip this right now.
Firestorm amongst hip hop fans. Tweeting. If we talking about anthems, flat out what they were hearing. Flat out couldn't believe what they were hearing.
Me and Kendrick.
We know you did it, Diddy. You did it, Diddy. We know. You did it, Diddy. We Diddy.
Flat out couldn't believe.
The hell? Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could outshine Kendrick in a versus battle, following a question about who he could face off against.
K-Dot? Kendrick?
Be on the same stage in the festival. Yeah, honestly, against anybody.
Battle with Tory
Sad.
Honestly, I could go.
Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could outshine Kendrick.
Honestly, I could go against anybody.
Tripping.
Yeah, honestly, you could put somebody like
Tripping. Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could outshine
Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French
somebody like
Tripping.
Kendrick Lamar next to me on the same stage in the
Forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could.
Kendrick? The Giant Slayer? And the mouse is saying that he can. Oh,
After his
God.
viral hit battle with Tory
Sad.
Honestly, I could go against anybody.
Tripping.
Yeah, honestly, you could put somebody like
Tripping.
Kendrick Lamar.
Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could out.
I could go against anybody.
Tripping. Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he Tory
Sad.
Honestly, I could go against anybody.
Tripping. Other than that, you're forgettable, buddy.
French claimed that he could
Alright,
outshine Kendrick in a versus
French
battle, following a question about who he could face
K-Dot.
off against.
We're gonna call that French K-Dot, boys. And then we're gonna have to create a clip now. And then we're gonna go.
And 50 was on a trolling rampage against him.
Yeah, you sensitive dinosaur. I got all under your skin. Every post on your page is about me. When that hate don't work, they start telling lies,
This
baby.
nigga tripping.
Go keep buying my streams and telling them I'm faking streams. I checked on it. They all coming from New York. I did my homework. Damn you, man.
With this scandal, French went from someone that people couldn't always comprehend the success of to being accused of actively taking shortcuts to keep himself in the charts. Between this issue and the whole Kendrick situation, French had a rough.
I don't know. I just feel like if I made it in the game, like I wouldn't be. I wouldn't give a fuck, bro. If I fell off, bro, as long as I made my, I think it's because I'd be smart with my money.
And
like I would never like financially fall off, and I think that's all I care about.
A year and a half after the streaming scandal, French returned to the game with a new project titled They Got Amnesia. And as the title suggested, French was out to prove that hip hop had overlooked what he had truly given to the game, and that they should remember what he achieved.
So you often get into these internet back and forths with, you know, trolls and whatnot.
Yeah.
Saying you can't rap, you ain't got heat. You know, the only hits you got is collab. In what ways does that phase you?
I think that a lot of people don't know that I got 21 mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know that. You know, a lot of people just hear what the radio gives them and things like that. You know, there's a difference between fans and just, you know, people that just.
I'm not gonna claim it. I was gonna say French probably got a ghostwriter, but
it prompted a trend where people were asked to name 5 French songs without a feature in Squid Game style fashion. As this meme took off, people had plenty of fun at the Moroccan rapper's expense. Man, I'll just do it myself. So this is it, huh? And eventually, French had enough and decided to respond to the controversy with a list of his own. Rather than bring the discussion to a halt, the fact that he had to do it himself wasn't a good look. and basically all he
I don't recognize any of those songs. I don't even think I glanced at like half of them, but like the ones I did glance at, bro, it's just
proved was that no one apart from French Montana could actually pull it off and escape with their life. As a result of these continued L's, French's public persona was at an all-time low. It even got so bad that when he became one of the many rappers who caught up with YK Osiris and demanded their cash back from him, he somehow still came out worse in the eyes of the public. Being clowned by French is rock bottom. Rather than being at the top of the game as he envisioned,
bro, this
French
nigga is getting
had a
top tier
album since 2017's Jungle Rules, and the album They Got Amnesia landed at number 51. Meanwhile, the last time he had a single reach the Hot 100 was when he teamed up with Diddy in The Weeknd for Another One of Me on Label Boss's record. Prior to that, it was none other than the infamous Writing on the Wall. With new stars emerging all the time and French not getting any younger, the window was running out. And as Mac and Cheese 5 was about to drop in 2024, French knew that he had to take drastic action to turn the tide, even if he had to use every single trick in the book. But all that it has done is result in the hip-hop audience finally deciding that he's nothing more than a chart-obsessed rapper who cares more about certifications than actually delivering quality output.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if you can't give quality output no more, then that's just, you know what I'm saying, you're done. Like, I'm not gonna lie, niggas can't be mad that your run was over. You just better have made the best of your run when you had it.
That's because when the album
dropped,
be mad
some people
it's over.
That the album
be happy
because
it
once
happened. Again being shoved in their face by platforms like Spotify.
Somebody
happy because it happened, buddy.
Shit was like, all right, this has to stop. And literally, when he opened the screen, it was just all French Montana.
There was also the fact that he released 5 different versions of the project, as well as a deluxe version, which totaled 125 tracks on the album.
My nigga dropped 6 or 7 versions of the same album.
On the same day.
On the same day. You got the regular version, you drop the clean version, you drop the instrumental, you drop the slowed down, you drop the sped up, you drop the acapella, and then you drop one with all of them combined, 126 tracks.
Nope.
All right,
No.
Dog, what are we doing?
With each track accompanied by sped up and slowed down versions, it was clear that French was trying to appeal to TikTok audiences in the least organic way possible. And that really is a horrible way to approach the hip-hop game, where everything you do is under the microscope. This looks like a cry for help. Like, damn, you must really need streams. French has been tricking the algorithms for decades now. For French, this was simply good business, with the rapper taking his cues from an unlikely source of inspiration.
Taylor Swift dropped eight versions of the album of her album. I'm just learning to hustle from them. I dropped five versions. My fans always love my beats, so I dropped the instrumental. I dropped the acapella for all the DJs. I like blending, and I dropped clean. I dropped the spread up one because of TikTok. I dropped the chopped and screwed, so people will stop asking me.
At the end of the day, like, I don't even give a fuck, bitch. Get your damn bag. But don't be going back and forth on the internet with trolls, bro. You can't go, like, the moment you go back and forth with trolls, and I have to learn this even though I'm saying it, the moment you go back and forth with a troll is when you lost. The moment you give the troll that inch, they take a mile. They take an ass. They take that ass. No Diddy.
For all different type of versions.
No Diddy.
I guess all those songs equaled up to 126 songs. Because I was watching everybody doing it. I was watching JT and a bunch of other people that had big records, and I seen them just put out, like, you know, instrumentals and all that. I'm like, yo, like, how come it's so easy to find this? And when I went on their page, and I see they had like 6 different versions, I was like, yo, they genius.
Although he claimed that everyone's doing it, the truth is that they really aren't. Can you imagine any other top tier rappers doing this?
No.
Would Kendrick ever drop sped up versions of any of his tracks?
No.
There's no way. Besides, with features from Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Lil Durk, and many more rap elites, it's clear that French threw everything at the wall on this project. And yet, he still didn't have enough faith in it to let the music speak for itself. And rather than being seen as a visionary, French's decision was basically seen as everything wrong with today's industry and even turned off his own supporters. While this brazen strategy certainly didn't pay off in terms of reforming hip-hop's view of him, what's crazy is that French still didn't think he stacked the odds enough in his favor. And as the project was rolled out, he was accused of running a sales scam with discount Mac and Cheese 5 vinyls. When Mac and Cheese 5 initially came out, it was moving a surprisingly high number of units, beats. And the word was that a lot of them were coming from direct-to-consumer sales. This came from $5 vinyl records of the project that French was selling on his website. And if any of you watching this purchase records, you'll know that price point is crazy. But initially, at least, it looked like the gamble had paid off, as it was being reported that French was likely to debut at number 3 on the Billboard charts with sales of upwards of 56,000. And considering how They Got Amnesia performed, that would be pretty crazy and would really be a second win for French's career. But now it appears that on a record where he unironically dropped bars like, yeah, you sold 100 million, but they all features, most of my plaques, I'm the feature, and when Hove took a break, I had the city for a decade, culture top 3, we done started up the wave. French had been straight up scamming his own fans to boost sales. This comes after a user named 99vinyl on X wrote a tweet stating, booster sales fraud? French Montana sold vinyl records on his site for $5 pre-orders back in January. With all the albums needed to be shipped on release date to count towards sales, it seems almost everyone that purchased it has had it delivered to a random address. This seems to be the case of fake shipping confirmations in order to boost sales numbers for the album. Although French nor his team haven't responded to these claims, all the evidence you need to verify them is Mac and Cheese 5's revised place on the charts. Rather than debuting at number 3 with 56K, the record topped out at number 14 with all of the fraudulent sales. After doing so much, French still achieved so little. And with that, people finally had enough. That's the shit you gotta pull when you suck and no one wants to listen to your shit. Such an irrelevant fraud.
French, at the end of the day, buddy, you did it. You got to the big screen, you got to the big open world, and you made a stake in it regardless of how small or how big. Buddy, just take your money and enjoy life. Like, don't chase something that... And I understand it might be your passion. Find a different route to go. Maybe get some artists that you could put on. But the way you're going, buddy, you look desperate and sad. All right! YouTube, like and subscribe. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Kick.Wagmo. Go support a nigga. I'll catch ya.